They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. The Ravens at 10-5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A gain of 6. That's good for a full
They go play action with Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Jackson now. These guys, Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. The whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player. But fortunately, they will have enough to keep the first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's got the lane, and there he goes. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Open man downfield is Hill. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Jason Sanders for the extra
Boy,
point.
Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. A give up the middle to H.A. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? A-Chain once more, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Escapes the defender, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
To his throw, taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Two to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Sheds off the tackle. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room.
He's got a man. Complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Justin Madubuike. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Berrios now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side to Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. In motion, Hill. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go play action now. Jackson To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Short pass to Howard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And the drive starts with a completion left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the 21.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Baltimore Ravens.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Jackson on second down. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Sanders now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 14. Jake Bailey set to kick
Bailey
off.
now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Here's Jackson. The solid stiff arm. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Channing Tindall able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
3rd and goal, Jackson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And